Four Real Madrid players are under investigation for ugly and rude gestures in the round of 16 match against Atletico Madrid and could all miss the quarter-final against Arsenal. At the same time, Bukayo Saka is inching closer to a return to action as he could be included in the squad sooner than expected. This is all the latest news about Arsenal Football Club on Now Arsenal. Yes, Arsenal have received a major boost ahead of their Champions League showdown with Real Madrid as four key players, including Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr., face potential punishment from UEFA, including possible bans. UEFA has opened disciplinary proceedings against Mbappe, Antonio Rudiger, Vinicius Jr. and Dani Ceballos for their actions during Madrid celebrations at the Metropolitano Stadium following their last 16 penalty shootout win on March the 12th. Rudiger faces the most serious sanction after he was caught making a throat-slitting gesture towards Atletico supporters after the shootout. Mbappe also caused controversy by grabbing his genitals in front of rival fans before provocatively clutching the Madrid badge on his shirt. Vinicius added to the tension by laying his Real Madrid coat on the pitch in front of the Atletico fans and pointing to the ground, seemingly asserting Madrid's dominance. He also taunted the home crowd during the match about Atletico's failure to win the Champions League. And meanwhile, Ceballos was caught on video making an obscene gesture towards Atletico supporters as he left the pitch towards the tunnel. UEFA confirmed disciplinary action in an official statement on Thursday. A UEFA ethics and disciplinary inspector has been appointed to investigate allegations of indecent conduct by Real Madrid players during the Champions League round of 16 match between Atletico de Madrid and Real Madrid on 12th of March 2025. Real Madrid will now present their defence to UEFA in an attempt to avoid possible sanctions. It's interesting to note that previous cases suggest that financial penalties are a likely outcome, as in 2019 when Cristiano Ronaldo was fined €20,000 for imitating Diego Simeone's controversial cojones celebration during Juventus' Champions League match against Atletico Madrid. Earlier this year, Real Madrid were fined €30,000 after some of their fans directed homophobic chants at Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola, and the club was also ordered to close part of its stadium. With the first leg of Arsenal's quarter-final against Real Madrid scheduled for the 8th of April at the Emirates Stadium, any suspensions could have a major impact on Carlo Ancelotti's squad selection. The return leg is scheduled for the 16th of April at the Santiago Bernabeu. And with Champions League football on everybody's lips, goalkeeper David Raya believes it's only a matter of time before the Gunners lift the trophy, as he praised his incredible teammates. The Spain international, who joined the Gunners in the summer of 2023, is yet to win a trophy with the North London outfit. While Arsenal remain in contention for a Premier League title, the 12-point gap to leaders Liverpool makes a comeback highly unlikely. Exits from the FA Cup and Carabao Cup mean their only remaining chance of silverware this season is in Europe. Despite the difficulty of facing the toughest of opponents, especially when it comes to the Champions League, Raya insists that there is excitement in the squad and remains confident that Arsenal will lift a trophy soon, whether it's this season's Champions League or another competition in the near future. It's a great place to be. It's a great club and the team is incredible, the 29-year-old told Sky Sports. I think we're going in the right direction to achieve things together. It's just a matter of time before it happens. Everybody wants to win the Champions League and we know how hard it is, but we are very excited. Now we have a big challenge ahead, playing against Real Madrid. But these are the kind of games you dream of as a child, the games everyone wants to play in. So we are very excited to see where that takes us. After the international break, Arsenal returned to Premier League action with a home game against Fulham before travelling to Everton. Attention then turns to the eagerly anticipated Champions League quarter-final. As a matter of fact, the last time Arsenal reached the Champions League semi-finals was back in the 2008-09 season when they were knocked out by Manchester United. Fortunately for the Gunners, one of the players they will be hoping to see in action sooner rather than later is Bukayo Saka. The Arsenal talisman is edging closer to a return to action after taking part in full training for the first time since suffering a hamstring injury in December. The 3-year-old could be in contention for the Gunners' trip to Fulham on Tuesday as he continues his recovery. Saka sustained the injury during Arsenal's 5-1 win over Crystal Palace, forcing him to leave the pitch in obvious discomfort. He underwent surgery days later, ruling him out of the club's final 19 games in all competitions. His absence was a major blow to Arsenal's hopes of winning a trophy this season, as the Gunners were knocked out of both domestic cup competitions and are 12 points behind Liverpool in the Premier League title race. However, there is renewed optimism as Saka has gradually increased his training intensity over the international break. He's expected to be fully fit for Arsenal's Champions League clash with Real Madrid, but there is now a chance he could return to the squad for Tuesday's Premier League clash with Fulham. The England international hinted at his progress on Thursday by posting a picture on Instagram of himself smiling at Arsenal's London Colney training ground, captioned, "Hello again." Now back in full training, he will be looking to build on an impressive season in which he contributed 9 goals and 13 assists in all competitions. Following his surgery, Saka assured fans that he would return stronger, writing, "The majority see obstacles, but few see the opportunities. Recovery has begun, and I'm coming back stronger. Thank you for all your messages." And another piece of news on the transfer market from the last couple of hours, Aston Villa's sporting director Monchi has confirmed the club's interest in signing Real Madrid midfielder Arda Güler, who has been heavily linked with a move to Arsenal last summer. The 20-year-old Turkish international joined Madrid from Fenerbahce in July 2023 for an initial £17 million but has struggled for regular playing time under the Italian specialist. Despite being a standout performer for Turkey at Euro 2024, Güler has made just 10 starts in Madrid's 47 matches this season, with an additional 20 appearances coming from the bench. Reports in Spain suggested that Arsenal made an approach for Güler ahead of the January transfer window, but the midfielder was determined to see out the season at the Santiago Bernabeu. Monchi has now revealed that the club is still looking to add an attacking midfielder, with Güler filling their requirements. "I know him well because he's a player that every sporting director has followed in his career since Turkey," Monchi told Radio Marca. "He's a player who meets several criteria and could be attractive to Aston Villa because we're looking for someone in that position. It's not exactly the same role as Marco Asensio, but we're looking for a similar profile, someone who can play between the lines as a number 10 and even drift wide before cutting inside. Personally, I think he has excellent technical ability and also personality, something he shows when playing for the national team. He takes on responsibilities that are unusual for someone his age." And with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to Now Arsenal and check more information on our media channels, the NowArsenal.com website, and our socials across Instagram, Twitter and Facebook you can find in the description below. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video when we bring you more news on Arsenal Football Club.